Today we're going to learn how to transform this equation into a completed square form. So what we do have is that we have y equals to x squared plus 4x. So we are going to be interested in transforming this side of the equation into a completed square form. So what we do know is that when we have x squared plus 4x, what it basically means is that we have 1x squared and 4x bars. Now x squared means that my length and breadth will be the same, and this will be x units each. When we have a bar of x, it means that this is x units and this is 1 unit. So that's why this is x units. It's the same for the rest. Now I need to make it into a square with what I have here. So obviously I already have a big square, which is x squared. Now I need to redistribute these 4 bars such that the length and the breadth will still be the same length and breadth. So what I can do is that I'm going to use 2 bars and place them at a side, and this is where I have x units and 1 unit each. These other 2 bars, I would want to place them at the bottom here, and this will be x units from x squared, and again this is 1 unit each. As you can see, the length and the breadth will have the same number of units, which is x plus 2, x plus 2. So in a way, we do get a square. However, we are not really getting a square because we actually have this gap here where we didn't have any other missing places, and we will have to still close it up. And this is where the name completing the square comes about. So what it basically means is that I must try to complete it. So if you see here, if I have 2 units and I have 2 units here, in other words, I am missing 4 units of ones. And because I need these 4 ones to plug in the gap, and it was not originally there, what I will have to do is to introduce it as a 0 pair. So in other words, if you look at it, 4 units and negative 4 units, they sort of like cancel each other out, so which means that there is no change to the original value here. So it is okay to introduce this as a set for positive and for negative. So in this case here, I've already used 4 of the positive ones to plug in the gap, and I still have 4 units here. So how am I going to present this answer? So this means that I have x plus 2, x plus 2, and this would mean that I have x plus 2, x plus 2, and I have 4 of these units outside, so I have minus 4. And in other words, I can actually write it as x plus 2 squared, since they are the same, length and breadth the same. And I have the minus 4 outside from the red ones here. So this will be my completed square form. So what you would do have to notice is that this value 2 is in fact connected to this 4 here. So how do I get the 2? It's because I distributed 4 of these bars evenly on this side and this side. So it's always a dividing by half because I'm going to evenly distribute it. And what you will notice is that the numbers in the gap here, when you actually introduce a set of 0 pairs, the numbers in this gap here will always be a square number. Why? Very simple. Since the length here and the breadth here will always be the same units, it will be a square number. So that's why this one here for the 4 is in fact, if you're wondering, it's actually from 2 squared because I have 2 and 2. So in general form, this is what it means. So if I have y equals to x squared plus bx, my completed square form will be x plus b over 2 squared minus b over 2 squared. Let's give it a try. So we can have y equals to x squared plus 6x. What we will have is that we will have half of this, x plus 3 squared, because we are going to evenly distribute 3 and 3. And don't forget, if you have 3 by 3, okay, I'm just going to do very quickly here, 3 by 3. So this means that I would have to use 9 units. And because I used 9 units in the gap, I had to introduce 9 units as a zero pair. So this would be my final answer.